talking all about how to deal with bugs on trail. I need to preface this by saying that I am not a biologist and not pretending to be a biologist. So I'm just telling you from my own experiences, what works for me, and this is not going to work for everybody. I'm going to basically be focusing on gnats, mosquitoes, bees, wasps, and ticks. So let's get right into it here. The first thing I want to talk about is gear. You can wear long sleeves. Helps to keep the bugs from getting to your skin. Another thing you can do is to tuck your pant legs into your socks. If you have like taller socks, I guess. I've never tried it. I don't like wearing pants on trail. I just like to wear shorts when I'm hiking. It's supposed to be a way to keep ticks from climbing up your legs. As far as colors of clothes you want to do, from my understanding, bees do not like white colors. That's why beekeepers wear white. But catch-22 is ticks do like white, from what I understand. So make of that what you will. You don't want to wear any bright colors. That's supposed to attract insects. You do want to wear loose clothing if you can. I guess that just keeps mosquitoes from biting through your clothes. I don't like to wear anything with like a scent. I don't want to smell like a rose garden when I'm out on trail. Other hikers around me might not be too appreciative of that, but yeah, I'm not trying to smell like anything that's going to attract insects. This one's pretty simple since I always hike with a buff on. If the gnats are trying to get in my ears, I'll just pull this down to cover my ears. Pretty basic there. One thing that I hate to have to resort to is a head net. So yeah, I don't, like I mentioned before, I don't bother with that little stuff sack that this comes in. I just crunch it up like that. So you just do this. It's really hard to see out of it, especially when the sun hits at the wrong angle. It's really difficult to see through. So yeah, that's a last resort. I don't like also that it like in my face like this, but if you do have like a baseball cap, which I never hike with one, but that might keep it off your eyes a little bit more. Because I don't like wearing this thing, I came up with the idea, and this was kind of a stupid idea, but I'll throw it out there for you. Maybe this will work for somebody else. People were saying, wear sunglasses, but I'm thinking, the bugs will fly right behind that. Although somehow they can't figure out how to come up underneath the bug net, because this isn't just loose on my neck. So I came up with the idea of swimming goggles. So I went to Walmart, got the cheapest pair of swimming goggles that they had. They did say anti-fog on them, but they fogged up within 2 minutes when I put them on trail. So a trick that you can do for that is, I used to have some anti-fog stuff for like the inside of a hockey face shield. I don't know where it's at. So another trick you can do is put shaving cream on the inside and then wipe it off so it creates like a film. But that didn't work either. So I don't know. Maybe if somebody has a good pair of swimming goggles, maybe that would work, but it didn't work for me. This is what I consider to be the best thing for pest control on trail: permethrin. The popular brand is Sawyer. You can find this at Walmart. This is real easy to find stuff. They have the squeeze trigger. They have like an aerosol bottle. They have some different options. There's a company that you can send your clothes out to, and they'll just drench this stuff in permethrin. This will last for supposedly six times through the wash without having to reapply it. Some of those commercially done ones, they'll supposedly last for like 70 washes or something like that. I don't know. There is some warning stuff you want to pay attention to on here, especially if you have cats. You don't want to let this, if you spray this on, make sure it's dry before it gets around cats or fish. But other than that, it's a great product. I put it on absolutely every piece of gear that I hike in. All my clothes that I hike in, all my shoes, everything, backpack. I just put some on my hammock today. It goes on everything that might even come close to touching a tick. And supposedly the ticks will just, as soon as they touch this stuff, a tick will die. So I've never had a problem with ticks from using this. So this is a great product. Moving on to some of the other different lotions and sprays and things like that you can use. I don't have much of a problem. Mosquitoes don't seem to like me. I heard that's because they prefer different blood types for some reason. I don't know how true that is. But gnats love me. Like, they won't be bothering anybody else, but gnats want to be in my eyes constantly. It drives me crazy. I have not yet found a way other than the head net to keep that from occurring. So gonna look at some different things I got here. So we got this one. Sawyer makes this one. There's a lot of companies that make this. I'm sure a lot of hikers have heard of Deet before. This one's like 96% Deet. I think I found this at like Dick's Sporting Goods or something. Now the thing with Deet is supposedly it will ruin any synthetics that it touches, clothes. I definitely don't want to have this on my skin and then lay in my hammock and damage my hammock. So I definitely retired this and moved on to the next product. So another Sawyer product, this is Picaridin. Picaridin goes on your skin, permethrin goes on your clothes and gear. The thing with Deet, Deet also kind of smells terrible. This does not smell anywhere near as bad. I found Picaridin to be just as effective as Deet. This does also come in some different forms. I think it's in an aerosol bottle. This is a 3-ounce little one of these deals. They do have Picaridin wipes, which I think I'm going to try the wipes this year just to save space rather than carrying this thing around on trail. This is the next thing I tried is Natrapel. It's like a lemon scented stuff. Lemon, what is this? I guess it's lemon eucalyptus. Wasn't thrilled with the smell of this. I just didn't like smelling like this all day, so I quit using this and moved on to another product. I found this on Amazon. It's called No Nats, and I've got like a 3-bottle thing of this. And don't have like a problem with so much with ticks or mosquitoes, like I said, but everything I try, no matter, I could put this as close to my eyes as possible, and those gnats still, it doesn't affect them at all. They still want to be in my eyes. So far, pretty much I haven't found anything that works. So I just pretty much, I only put this kind of stuff on my arms and legs. This is something that I found at Walmart, this Bullfrog. It's a sunscreen with a bug repellent. I use this basically if I'm going to be out in the sun, like if I'm on a kayaking trip all day, keep the horse flies away and such like that. I have not had a problem with bugs with using this stuff. I also hiked with somebody one time, and she had taken some of those baby wipes and I guess dried them out and then put a couple drops of peppermint oil in the package. And she said she swears by that. I don't know. I did see some directions online for doing that, so maybe something to check into. Some other things, there's a few things you can find at Walmart that I have not tried. Now, everything I'm going to mention here I have not tried. They are Citronella Wristbands. I just don't like the smell of citronella. The company Off, O-F-F, you can find their products at Walmart also. They make a little battery-powered fan that you can clip on like a shoulder strap or something. Supposedly it's noisy, and I don't like having to deal with batteries. It's a little bulkier than I would like, but that's an option. There's some things called Mosquito Sticks. They basically look like a stick of incense, just a little bit bigger. This would be more practical at camp. I don't see how you would do this. Just you'd have to carry it around with you as you're hiking. But yeah, you just light the end and it just burns like an incense stick. Keeps, I guess, mosquitoes away. There's quite a few companies, I think, that make those mosquito sticks. The company Thermacell, they make a thing that you can find at Walmart. It's pretty big. I would probably only use it car camping. It's about the size of a walkie-talkie. But yeah, you just turn it on and it's supposed to keep bugs away in a certain perimeter. They also make a thing that you could screw onto the top. If you use a canister stove for cooking, it screws onto the top of that. And it works the same way as that big Thermacell thing. If you're into hammocks, you've probably heard of Shug on YouTube. So he has a thing that he swears by. It's called Bug Bam. It's a mosquito grid. It's from Japan. It's basically like a square piece of plastic, just a flat piece of plastic with like some holes punched out of it. And he said he swears by the thing. So I got to try that one of these days. If you do get a tick on you, one thing that I carry is tweezers to get the ticks off of me. So I have just this tiny little Leatherman here that has the tweezers. And I just keep that easily accessible on the outside of my pack. Although you could just bring like a regular pair of tweezers from home. There's a thing called a tick key also. You can pick this up at, I think, Walmart also in the camping section. But like I said, with the permethrin, I don't really have too much of a problem with ticks. Also, one thing you want to do, and I'm pretty bad about remembering to do this, is do a tick check. If you stop to take a break, and especially at camp, finish setting up camp, just check your legs, your arms, everything for ticks. Moving on to bees and wasps. I have not found a product that's going to keep them away, like any kind of lotion or spray or anything like that. Obviously, it goes without saying, if you're allergic to bees, check with a doctor or a professional or somebody that can get you like one of those EpiPens or whatever they are. Over the sting site, you can put hydrocortisone or calamine. I think I might start doing that this year. My biggest fears on trail, other than stepping on a venomous snake, is stepping onto a yellow jacket nest. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to keep an eye out this year. I almost stepped on one last year. That would have been very bad. You can take Benadryl, the Benadryl pills for stings, for itch relief. I do have a Benadryl bee sting pen. I have not found this to be that great at relieving any kind of stings. So this year, I'm going to try something new. I went to the store looking for those little, they're about this long, maybe 1.5 inches long. They're a plastic tube with a glass thing inside, and you break the glass and it has like a little swab on the end you can put onto the bee sting. But as I was looking, I found these sting kill, just little one single-use packages. So I'm going to try that. There, obviously, no weight involved with carrying these around, so that's going to be my thing I'm carrying with me this year. Last two things I want to mention is things you can do at camp is to create a smoky campfire that's supposed to keep bugs away, or camp somewhere where it's windy to keep the mosquitoes away. Obviously, you don't want to be camped near standing water where there's mosquitoes. In the left hip belt pocket of my pack is where I keep all my bug stuff. Keep my bee sting pen in here, which, like I said, is going to be replaced with those wipes this year to save some space. Not a whole lot of space. So I'll keep that in here. I'll keep the Picaridin in here. Hopefully I'm going to get those wipes, the Picaridin wipes, pretty soon to save some space. And I keep my head net. I mentioned it before, I think in a recent video, where I don't want to have to dig through my backpack to get my head net out. It's here in this pocket ready to grab real quick. And then I also will have a little bit of room in here for some snacks. So that's all I got for this one. Like I said before, I know there's plenty of other things out there. So leave in the comments below some of the tips that you got, some things that I haven't mentioned that maybe are pretty effective for you. Hopefully I gave you some useful information here. And that's a wrap for this one. And thanks for watching.